Cup agony for Boro at Everton, and it really was agony because Boro should have had the game won when David Wheater scored the all-important first goal just before half-time. Boro had played so well in the first half and fully deserved to be in the lead, and there was a feeling that they really should have been able to hold on to it. Everton, as we know, don't have much in the way of strikers, strong, hard side obviously, but really when you go 1-0 up at Goodison Park, in a match of such intensity, you should really be able to hold on to it. I mean, as it happened, there was another striker for Everton that Moyes could bring on. He brought on Louis Saha at the beginning of the second half, but Saha's not fit. He's not fully fit. In fact, Moyes said he thought he wasn't capable of playing more than 30 minutes. As it happened, they got 45 out of him, and they also got the winning goal. There was a 7-minute, 8-minute blitz maybe early in the second half, and Boro just couldn't handle it. As soon as the equaliser went in from Marouane Fellaini, the home fans were lifted, and really they carried Everton forward on a tide of emotion, if you like, and Zaha got the second goal. But really it shouldn't have happened. The defending was absolutely abysmal from Boro during that spell. They lost concentration. Maybe it was the noise from the crowd, I don't know what, but it was started, of course, by the first goal. Fellaini given the freedom of Liverpool to score the first goal. Brad Jones came off his line, was caught in no man's land. Fellaini wasn't picked up, and overall it was a really, really bad goal to concede. After that, it was one-way traffic for 7 or 8 minutes. Boro pushed back, couldn't cope with it, and as soon as Zaha got the second goal, it was virtually all over. That's all Everton needed. They were able to sit back, more or less say to Boro, right, we're in the lead now, let's see what you can do again. Boro did see plenty of the ball in the second half, did come forward, eventually took off defensive players, brought Adam Johnson on, we saw Emnes come on, just weren't able to do it, and it was very, very disappointing because the game had been set up. I thought the Boro supporters were absolutely terrific. They got behind the team very strongly. First half you couldn't hear anything but Boro supporters. Still continued to back the team in the second half. You could always hear them, and it was just such a disappointment for everybody. I just think it was an opportunity missed. We all wanted to go to Wembley. The players wanted to go to Wembley. The manager wanted to go to Wembley. To go there and play what is a very, very tough Everton side on their home soil, and still really be in a position to have won the game and then lose it. So disappointing. People will be saying that, well, never mind, Boro can now concentrate on the league, but it doesn't really work that way as far as Southgate and his players are concerned. They really wanted to win that game. They wanted to be at Wembley. They wanted to give the fans the chance to go to Wembley, and believed that purely still being in the cup would give a sort of spin-off effect in the league. Now they are left to concentrate on 10 matches remaining without the benefit of the League Cup being there at the same time. I think that there are a lot of positives to come out of that cup tie, and I hope that Boro will be able to draw on them. Certainly Southgate hopes that that's the case. Crucial game coming up on Saturday at home to Portsmouth. Boro must win it, I feel, really, to get things back in the swing in the league. They are in danger of being cast adrift a little bit. The results last Wednesday night went very, very badly for them, and it put the pressure on them to get something out of the league games that are coming up. Portsmouth's the first. It's a 6-pointer of every magnitude, and I can't see any other result but a win for Boro being needed really to keep them back on track. I think a draw would be a very bad result. It would maintain the gap between them and Portsmouth. A home defeat would be an absolute disaster because Portsmouth would get away. So really, Boro have really got to concentrate now on the league, a do-or-die situation in the league. One or two problems potentially player-wise. I think Matthew Bates has come in and been absolutely superb lately. he picked up 2 or 3 knocks really in the wars at Everton, ran himself into the ground really to try to make a difference, did have a good game but had to be brought off in the end for his own good. I thought Gary O'Neill was absolutely superb. He's playing out of his skin at the moment, and the chance really to show what he can do against his former club, it's something players never waste the opportunity to take advantage of, and I think Gary O'Neill, he's playing so well at the moment, we can expect him to be one of the main players against Portsmouth. In fact, he's got to be, because in that sort of form, Boro have got to draw on every bit of what he's producing at the moment. Elsewhere, we saw Justin Hoyt limping towards the end of the game. Hopes are high at Boro that it won't be a major problem. There was talk of hamstring, but I don't think that's the case. Problems at the back defensively. I thought David Wheater was outstanding at Everton, but I thought 1 or 2 players could have done a little bit better elsewhere. We do need mammoth performances from the likes of Robert Huth and skipper Manuel Pogatetz against Portsmouth. Boro must be so strong at the back to make sure they don't give anything away. If they can get a clean sheet against Portsmouth, I would expect goals from elsewhere. Afonso Alves didn't go to Goodison because of sickness. In fact, he's been kept away from the first team squad as a result of it, because the last thing Southgate desperately needs is a bout of sickness spreading throughout the squad before the weekend. Providing that doesn't happen, he'll have lots of options up front. Obviously, we've got Marlon King coming back. I think up front Boro should be reasonably strong. Pressure's on to score goals, but they were doing it before the Everton game. In fact, obviously it was defender who scored Everton, but 2 goals against West Ham, 2 goals against Liverpool last week. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They can get back on track. They've got to get back on track. Fingers crossed.